So we are live. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone joining us from around the world. I am so happy and grateful that you are here with us tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Mavic. I'm originally from the Philippines and now living in Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. I am a wife, a mom, a grandma, and a proud digital business owner. Tonight, we are having a real meaningful conversation about making life changes, stepping into something new, and building something purposeful no matter what stage of life we're in. I am joined by three amazing women, my business partners, who each have their own unique journey. They come from different walks of life, corporate, healthcare, education, but they all have one thing in common. They were looking for something more time, more flexibility, more options for their future and their families. My hope tonight is simple, that through their stories, you might begin to see what is possible for you too. So I would love to bring our guests. Let's start with Sis Bernadette, followed by
Hello.
Sis Imelda and Sis Ason. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. I am Bernadette, originally from Baguio City, Philippines, and now living here in Canada as an early childhood educator, a proud digital business owner, and a child of God. Back to you, sis.
Thank you, Sis Bernadette. Now let's go to Sis Imelda.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Magandang araw o gabi sa inyong lahat. My name is Imelda. I'm a mom of two grown kids and a wife, and I work full-time in the healthcare industry. I'm originally, by the way, from Solana, Cagayan Valley, Philippines, and currently living here in Alberta with my family. On top of that, I'm also proud online business owner and mentor. I'm a fun loving person who enjoys traveling with family and friends and spending quality time with all of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Imelda. Welcome. Now let's go to Sis Ason.
Hello everyone! Kumusta kayo amin tita? It's a good day, it's a great day because we are here again. Hope everybody's fine. If this is your first time tuning in, I am Azon, originally from Luna, La Union, Philippines, and now living here in Alberta. I was a former teacher and still working with more than 200 schools here in Canada. Back to you, sis.
Thank you so much for these beautiful introductions, and thank you again for being here tonight. Now, let's dive into our topic for tonight. Let's hear from someone who is balancing a full time role while building something on the side. Sis Bernadette, this is your question. Balancing teaching young children and building something on the side takes dedication. What inspired you to start this digital business, and what has surprised you the most about your journey so far?
Wow, thank you, sis, Mavic, for that question. So, as someone who spent each day guiding young children, I realized I was constantly pouring into others, like helping them grow, learn, and believe in themselves. But deep down, I felt quite pull to also build something for my own future, something that could give me more time, flexibility, and financial breathing room. I didn't want to choose between a passion for teaching and creating a better life. I wanted both. That's what led me to explore the digital space. What surprised me that most about this journey, it wasn't just about earning extra income. It became a journey of personal growth, courage, and rediscovering what's possible. So now I'm capable of more than I thought. Stepping into a digital business stretched me beyond my comfort zone in the best way. So that's my realization. And it's also not about selling, it's about serving others. So sharing value and real stories like this attracts the right people naturally. So small consistent step matter. So small win, slow progress is still a progress. So even with a busy teaching schedule, progress is possible with commitment. So for me, this journey taught me that you don't have to live what you love to create something more. You can build alongside with it. So being an
Mhm.
educator will also be part of who I am. But now I'm also building a future with more freedom, purpose, and choices. And if there's one thing I've learned, is this: you don't have to wait for the perfect time. Sometimes starting with what you have is exactly what opens the door to everything you've been hoping for. So as an educator, that's how I related to my business, and that what surprised me, and all the things that this digital business had helped me. Back to you, sis.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Sis Bernadette. You know what? I love that. It really shows that even with a busy schedule, just like you working 9 to 5, it's still possible to start small and build something meaningful over time, right? You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to be willing to begin or to start. And having a digital business like this allows you to work around your schedule. Imagine that, because of the automation system that we have. You can keep your career while gradually building an additional income stream on the side, right? Building your future, just like what you have mentioned. Thank you so much, Sis Bernadette. Amazing, amazing. Now, let's hear from healthcare to creating more time for what matters most. Sis Imelda, I'd love you to share. And this is the question: working in healthcare can be demanding. What made you decide to add this business on the side? And how do you see it impacting your ability to enjoy more meaningful time with family and travel?
Thank you for that question. I actually, yes, before, I mean, hello everyone. Again, my name is Imelda. And for those who just joined, I work full time at the healthcare industry. And if you are in this field, you know already how how it is to work in healthcare. It's rewarding actually, but it can also be very demanding. Long hours, physically and emotionally draining. And sometimes you come home with very little energy, and very little energy left for the people who matter most. That was me before. I used to work 12-hour shift, 12 hours or so. I love what I do, but I reached a point where I asked myself, is this it? Am I going to keep trading my time for money forever? As a wife, a mom, and someone who loves to travel and enjoy life, I knew I wanted more flexibility, more freedom, and more meaningful time with family and friends. And that's what led me to explore something on the side. One of my biggest realization was this: I don't just want to retire. I want to retire with options. I still want to stay active, have a sense of purpose and continue earning without being tied to a demanding schedule. At first, I was hesitant, to be honest, because we've all seen things online that didn't feel right. But what made this different for me is that it's a proven digital business, something I could do at my own pace, even with my busy schedule. I didn't have to quit my job. I didn't have to be an expert. I just have to be willing to learn, just like what you said earlier. I and little by little, things started change. This business didn't just give me extra income. It gives me options. Option to travel more, option to enjoy life without always checking my schedule, options to be present with my family and friends and create memories that truly matter. And knowing that I'm building something I can continue after retirement, that gives me peace of mind. So for those who are watching right now and feel the same, the same way, maybe a little tired, maybe wanting more freedom, more life outside of work, you don't have to stay stuck. You can start small. You can be scared, but start now, because this is not just about earning extra income, just like what Sis Bernadette was telling earlier. It's about building a life that supports your dreams now and even after retirement. And that's for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Imelda. That is so powerful. You said it all, actually. You are really on point. At the end of the day, it's not just about income, it's about creating time for the people and moments that matter most, like, our family, your family. Having that flexibility can truly change how we live our lives. And this is where our digital business becomes so valuable, because it gives you the opportunity to earn while still enjoying life, just like exactly what you said, traveling and being present with your family. And just to let you guys know, Sis Imelda, she loves traveling. And while she's traveling, she takes her business with her because it's portable. As long as you have your cell phone and a Wi-Fi, you are connected to your business. It's portable, flexible, and with automation. While she's having a great time traveling here and there, her business is running in the background. How cool is that, right? Okay, so now we are finally have our last guest here, someone who is building with a strong vision for her family's future. Let's hear from Sis Azon. And I have a question for you, Sis Azon. Many people in corporate roles dream about more freedom for their family's future. What was the turning point that led you to start this? And what does building this business mean for your long term goals?
I have to turn my mic on. Hello, everyone. Okay, so sis, most people in corporate roles dream about both for time and financial freedom. If you have worked in a corporation for 5 years, that means to say you have great work ethics because they have kept you. I've been with my job for 10 years, more than 10 years, and I would say uh, I that we are okay, we're secure, but financially, if you have to ask me, do we have savings? That's the real question. And for me, the turning point wasn't just about one big moment. It was a buildup of realization. With the high cost, first is with the high cost of living, all the bills that we have to pay, the checks that come in isn't enough. You work hard to provide for the family, but still bills keep piling up. People have to have two or three jobs to keep up with the bills. And for Filipinos, we are known here in the US and Canada that we are very hardworking. But still, we grind and grind. But are we financially okay? To be honest, no. That's the reason why we try to keep two or three jobs if we can. Another turning point is, with me growing old at my age, I start feeling body symptoms that go with my age already. In fact, dumadami ng mga nararamdaman. You get your maintenance and everything. You feel tired. You're not the same young person anymore who can, juggle from one job to another. And so we started thinking, are we going to work until we're 65? And
Mhm.
what's going to happen after retirement? That was one of the biggest turning point. What happens if the check stops coming? What happens if we don't work anymore? Bills don't stop coming. They will still be there, right? So we thought, my husband and I thought of something we can work from behind, something that we can work from the side. So I was trading hours also for income. That is another one. And deep down, I knew that if nothing changes or nothing changed, nothing changes. My
Mhm.
future would look exactly the same 10 years from now.
Mhm.
So limited freedom and missing moments with my family. When I started this business, I would say I have spent more time with my family because I don't feel guilty spending anymore, creating all these memories with my two adult kids and my husband and with my friends. So if you are only relying on one income where you get your bills, it hurts you when you shell something from your pocket and spend it for something that you like, which you think would, would something that will benefit the family, right? So
Mhm.
I joined this digital business because I wanted to earn something from the side. Long term, this isn't just a side project. It isn't just a side hustle. It is a vehicle for freedom. You
Mhm.
can create lifestyle where you can support life, not the other way around.
True.
Sabi nga nila, we work or we live, no, we work to live, right? Not to
Not live
not not to live to
not
work,
to work. Yes.
right? Yeah. So that's how it is. And I don't like to think na I would reach that age where I could say the only places I have been to is work and home. I wanted to visit places. I wanted to spend time with my family. That's
Mhm.
why I joined this business. I want to build something sustainable that can grow over time. I
Yes.
want to leave a legacy, not just
Mhm.
financially, but in mindset and in courage. Back to you, sis.
Awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh, you really nailed it, Cesar Son. Thank you for that. What I hear is that this is really about thinking long term, right? It's about building something today, now, that can create stability, options, and a better future for our families. And having this digital business adds that extra layer of security because you're not relying on just one source of income. Nowadays, with our cost of living, everything is going up. Gas price, mortgage, all the bills. It's a necessity to have another job, not just one job, because you're building something that can grow with you over time, right? Thank you so much, Sis Son, for sharing your experiences. And I hope that for our viewers, you could really relate to our personal stories from our amazing business tonight. So, listening to all your stories, one thing is very clear is that no matter where you start, we all have the ability to create something more if we stay open and take that first step. And having a digital business simply gives us that opportunity to build flexibility, additional income, and a future with more choices, just like what Sis Asun said. The future of traveling, the future of spending more time with the family. Right? So before we wrap up, I would love for each of our guests to share how our viewers can connect with you and learn more about what you do. So let's go with Sis Bernadette, Sis Imelda, and then Sis Azon.
All right. Yes. So you already heard these real stories with our career that we do have. And definitely there's a lot of realization, just having that 9 to 5 grind, and a realization that there is really more to life, and there's
Yes.
abundance when we have that opportunity to take that leap of faith, and of course just trust the process like we did. And alongside with my full-time job as an early childhood educator, like what I said, I am passionate with my work, but I also wanted something for my future. So that's why I ventured into this digital business, because if you want to have a change in your life, then have a change. So, by the way, you can connect with me through my business website at www.bernadettejourney.com. Register your name and your valid email address, and that is the first step. And by the way, there's a complimentary webinar every Tuesdays and Fridays, and we all started by just watching that complimentary webinar. So come check this out, because this is amazing, legit business that we do have. Back to you.
Amazing. Thank you, Sis Bernadette. Sis Imelda?
Thank you, Vic. So, for those who are watching this live episode, or whether live or replay, whatever season you're in, know that you are capable of so much more. Keep investing in yourself. Your future self will thank you. I promise. So, here's the link: www.iruando.com. I'm happy to help you. Thank you.
Amazing info. Now we'll go to Sis Son.
Why are we always here? It's because we always wanted to inspire you guys. Don't be scared. Be scared for something that you haven't tried. We wouldn't be here for years if we don't believe in the system, and if we are not benefiting from the platform that was presented to us. This is something very, very different. You are earning without lifting too much of your hand. Believe us. 90% is done by the system. You only have to do it on your phone, and you can earn more than what you earn in a month. So if you want to check this out, here are our websites. You can click on this website and we will connect with you.
Thank you, Sis Asan. Amazing, amazing info. Thank you again to all of you, our viewers, for being here tonight, and especially to our amazing guests for sharing their stories so openly. And of course, thank you to Sis Yang, who is behind the scenes making this live possible. So, what we heard tonight is a beautiful reminder that no matter where you are in life, whether you are working, retired, or feeling uncertain, we always have the ability to choose a new direction and create something meaningful. Sometimes it takes is that first step, right? Being open, being willing, and believing that is possible. So if something you heard tonight spoke to you, don't ignore that feeling. Take a moment and reflect on it. And all you have any questions, if you have any questions or you're curious to learn more, feel free to reach out to us. We would truly love to connect with you. So, once again, I would like to thank everyone who's watching or who's going to watch the replay. And yes, have a wonderful evening. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
Bye. God bless everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye